Hi, I'm Jim Gary and welcome to Patilipi's Workshop. This video is a short compilation of a few items, mostly new tools and parts I need to install the remanufactured vortec engine for my Workhorse-based motorhome. And I'll show you the first harmonic balancer installation kit I bought that does not fit my engine and why, and then I'll show you the new one I have on order. Then I compare the old and new harmonic balancers themselves. And I also show the new fuel injectors and why I chose these particular ones. Finally, I show how I fixed an aggravating problem with my shop walk-in door. It's kind of unrelated, but I didn't know where else to put it. So please be aware that I'm a biologist, not a professional mechanic. I'm showing you what I did, not what I think you should do. So please consult a professional before taking on work like this. And as always, I welcome any comments or suggestions you may have. And if you found this video interesting, there are links to my other videos in the description below. So please like and subscribe. Now let's get on with the video. Getting close to installing the harmonic balancer, and I had to buy a harmonic balance installation tool. And the instructions that came with the replacement engine I have said, do not hammer the harmonic balancer on. So again, I stuck with OMT because I've had good luck with their stuff. So this is their harmonic balancer puller set. It lists here for GM an M16 by 2.0 screw thread. And what I actually have in my harmonic balancer in my crankshaft to hold my harmonic balancer, this is the original bolt. It's a 1/2 inch by 20 TPI. So none of these shafts in here have a 1/2 inch by 20 TPI. So I've already got a return authorization. I'm sending this back. And I found another one, not by OMT, it's by OEM Parts or something. And it has in it a adapter for a 1/2 inch by 20 TPI. So I'll have to wait till Wednesday before I can put my harmonic balancer on. Here's my old harmonic balancer. And the way it works is there's this rubber ring here, and that kind of allows the inside to torque a little compared to the outside, and that helps stem vibrations, I guess, when the engine's running, when the pistons are firing. And if you look at this rubber, you can just see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's little places where it's obviously deteriorated. I mean, this thing is 26 years old. And the manufacturer of my new engine specified to put a new harmonic balancer on. So I bought an OEM harmonic balancer. Here it is. So let's get it out and see if it looks the same. So it looks effectively the same. If you look at the old one, the key here, the key slot is here, and that's lined up with this white dot, which is lined up with this groove, and I guess that's top dead center. And if you look at this replacement, it has the same thing. There's the key. It doesn't have a dot on it, but there's the groove, and the groove lines up. And it's also got timing marks on it. If you can see that. I don't know if the old one did or not. But this has an after top dead center, before top dead center, marked right along here. That's kind of nice. Let's see if the old one had that. Not that I can see. It could have just been rusted over, but I don't think there was ever anything there. Other than that, they look identical, so I'm pretty happy. And the rubber on this looks great. So there we are. I'll be installing that as soon as I get the installer. Buying new fuel injectors for my remanufactured engine was kind of problematic. The engine company that provided the remanufactured engine said to replace the injectors. Don't use old ones. And I did a lot of search on the web, and I found out that the old vortec engines that use the original GM AC Delco style injectors, that those injectors leaked a lot and were very problematic. A lot of people had trouble starting their engines after a warm start, and they had a propensity to leak. So what I found was a lot of people were recommending to buy the Bosch 4-hole injectors. And so I went to a place called Precision Auto Injectors, and I bought a set of 8 of these Bosch 4-hole upgrade fuel injectors that were made for the Chevy 7.4 liter 454 engine, vortec engine, which is what I have. So they weren't cheap. They cost me $537.49, including shipping. And here they are in a bag, kind of unceremoniously just heaped together, so they must be fairly tough. So I'll be putting these back in when I reassemble the engine. This is the entryway to my shop, and I've been having a problem with the door, and you can kind of see the problem here. There's no light, and as you get down here, you start to see light. And if you open the door, turn the knob, it jams, so you have to kick the bottom to open it. So the door's sagging. Over the years, I've had to put new screws in the hinges at the top. And the bottom, middle ones, those are still, I believe, the original screws. And there's actually 4 hinges on this door. It was pretty well connected. And the third hinge down also seems to be, that one seems to be tight. And the one at the bottom seems to be pretty tight. So I think what's going on is the top hinge isn't staying in. I don't know why. So I'm going to go ahead and undo this chain so I can open the door all the way. And then I'll be able to get the hinges, all the hinges off and take a look. So I took the chain off the door, a couple of screws. I'm just going to hang it over here, keep it out of my way. And again, now I can open the door further, so hopefully I can get the hinges screws. And note there's 3, these are the 3 that I've replaced over the years with bigger ones. And the bottom 3 hinges all have the original Robertson screws. So I'm going to go ahead and take those off. Now I can't open the door all the way. So one thing I was worried about was maybe it's where this hinge fits into the trim on the door frame here that's the problem. But this is the top one. This is the one that's been loose into the wood, into the door. And here's the next one down. And those screws were fine. And this is just as wriggly. So there's a pin that goes into this trim groove, a groove in the trim above and below. And that's what keeps this hinge in. So there's no reason other than the connection to the door. And I can see that the door is metal and the holes in it just go through the metal. Here's the original screws. They're really short. They're about maybe 3/4 of an inch or something. And these are Robertson screws. They're threaded. And here's the screws I used to replace it. And they're the same width, but they're longer. Well, since it's only going through the metal edge of the door, I don't think I need longer screws. I think I just need to get thicker screws to fix this up. So I want to get a screw about this length, but that is the next size up. So we go to my screw diameter checker here. This appears to be a number 8, so I want to get a number 10 screw. That'll be the next size thicker. So I decided to use number 12 screws, and I'm just going to try to get this top part started. I'm going to have to figure out a way to angle the door up, so I got to prop it up with something. That's close enough. Now this isn't how normal doors work. This is just this metal door that came with my shop when they built it. Don't want to over tighten it because I don't want to strip the screws in the holes because they're just holes in thin sheet metal. Okay, now I can put this middle one back together. So there we go. So I've got it all connected in. Let's see if it closes nicely without hitting that lip. And indeed it does. So now it just opens perfectly. And I suspect more having to redo these hinges a few more times over the years, but hopefully this will last another 5 years. So I'm pretty pleased. I still have some additional parts to buy for the new engine. I had always thought of distributors as forever parts, but on the Vortec engine, they're largely made of plastic, so that's another part I have to source. In the next video, you'll see me begin to install all the needed parts onto my new long block in preparation for getting it back in the motorhome. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Similar videos of mine are linked in the description below. Bye.